Hey everybody, it's Paige, and today is the start of my makeup collection organization series. We are starting with primers. I have 2 drawers full of primers sitting in front of you. I like to separate mine out into drugstore and high-end, at least at the moment because I have so many, but eventually I would love to get down to 1 primer drawer. I probably could fit all of these in 1 drawer, but for the sake of organization and things looking nice, I separate them out into 2 drawers. That way it's just easier for me to find everything. And yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So here are all of my face primers. We have a mix of high-end and drugstore. I have putty, I have liquid, I have gel, all kinds of different primers, and I have them all here. So this section contains all of the primers that were already in my drawers. I have a few primers over here that were currently in my everyday makeup drawer, and then these ones are new ones that I'm going to be adding so that when I organize it, I have every single primer that I own in these 2 drawers so I know everything has a place. So let's get started. We are going to do the high-end drawer first, but I will start by cleaning these containers out because they haven't been cleaned in a while, not since we moved. So I'm going to use some antibacterial cleaner on the drawer and the organizer, and then we will begin organizing. So this top drawer is where all of my high-end primers go. So I'm just gonna kind of set them in here for now, and then I will organize them as I go. So I believe these are all of my high-end primers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 high-end primers. I really want to start, going through my collection and almost doing trying different products in my makeup collection until I've tried everything in my makeup collection type thing. So yeah, I do rotate my products with my everyday makeup drawer, but I want to rotate them more and just, if I'm not loving something, it needs to go. But I don't feel strongly enough about any of these to make that decision right now. So yeah, we're gonna just keep everything that's in this drawer. I know I have one in my other drawer, my drugstore drawer, that I plan on decluttering just because I just don't love it personally. So that one will be going, but actually I think I can get rid of this one. I have my 2 Laura Mercier ones here, illuminating and hydrating. I love both of these. This is the perfecting. I also do love this one, don't get me wrong, but I feel like 2 fit in here really nice, and that's gonna be my excuse for getting rid of this one because I don't need it and it's still very full, very new. Someone else can enjoy that. So there we go. We got rid of one, that's good. But as I was saying, I don't feel strongly enough about the rest of these to make a declutter or not decision at the moment. So once I do, I will definitely film a declutter, update you guys. I will probably start decluttering more through my everyday makeup drawers, which are coming back now that I have all of my makeup unpacked finally after 3 months. So here is my high-end primer drawer. I decided to organize this based on like products and like shaped products. So I just have my Laura Mercier here. I have Tatcha all-nighter and One Size over here. I originally had these two here because they're both purple and they look cute, but then this one needed to go somewhere. This, it doesn't go with the aesthetic of everything else, but I'm not going to get rid of it just because of that. I have my Huda Beauty in Milk, very similar shape and size packaging. One is just round, one is square. I have my REM, this is the under eye gel, and then I have the Pleasing primer, which I have not tried this yet. These, again, similar color packaging, but I feel like they're also both celebrity brands, so it makes sense to have them together. I have my Tatcha here, all of my Benefits there, and then I guess I could scooch these down, maybe? I don't know. Does it look better down or pushed back? Let me know. But back here I just have my YSL, Fenty, and Charlotte Tilbury. Everything fits very nicely in here and it's all organized. I can see everything and I really like the way that it looks. So now we will move on to my drugstore primers. This is going to be my drugstore primer drawer. I have the same exact organizer in here. This one has a little decorative thing underneath it. I got these organizers from Marshall's a very long time ago. They were like $7. It was a great deal. They're not the best quality though. They do get scratched really easily and the bottom actually broke on the one up here, which is why there's no pattern, but there's like a plastic bottom, this pattern, and then this plastic part here. So this one has a pattern. Not necessarily my preference, but the organizer is great, especially for primers. I got it in like the office organization section, but again, this was years ago. So I would check Marshall's, Home Goods, TJ Maxx for organizers. That's where I get most of mine. I also get some from Amazon and a few other places, but the most affordable I have found is usually TJ Maxx, Marshall's, and Home Goods. So for this one, I feel as though I have more primers. Let's set them all in here and then we will do a little head count. So here are all of my drugstore primers. I have 30 of them. That's way too many. I do not need this many primers. That's 48 in total. Well, actually 47 since I'm getting rid of that one Laura Mercier. That's ridiculous. Way too many primers. So let's just take a look at what we have. I know I have two of these e.l.f. primers here. These are really, really good. This is the Holy Hydration face cream and this has SPF 30 in it. It has hyaluronic acid and peptide complex in it, and this is a priming moisturizer. So it's not like marketed as a primer, but in the instructions it says to apply a generous amount. As the last step of your skincare routine, you can use it alone, apply before makeup to help prep for skin and all of that. So I like to use this as a primer and I love that it has SPF in it. It's very hydrating. I would call the consistency similar to the Moonshine Miracle Cream from Juno & Co. if you are familiar. It's a thicker type moisturizer and I do have oily skin, but I do love this product. Now I have two of them and it's unfortunate that they're both open, but this is the one that I've been using and I still have hardly made a dent in it. So I'm going to keep the one that I'm currently using and I'm going to go ahead and pass this one along because by the time I get to this, the SPF will probably be expired. Yeah, so the one I'm using expires January 2023. The other one is December 2022. There's no way that I'm going to be able to use this along with other primers before December. So that's going to be passed along to someone else. I will of course be keeping the one that I'm currently using because I do love it. Another primer that I have had in my everyday makeup drawer that I have just decided I am not a fan of is the NYX Hydra Touch. The more that I use this, the more that I realize I just don't love it. I don't really like the scent of it. At first I did, but it just isn't, I don't know, it's not the most pleasing experience. I have so many primers that I would rather use over this. I will say it is a really cool texture. This is a gel primer, which I do tend to love gel primers. It feels similar to the Belief moisturizer, but a little bit slipperier. It's really nice, but it's just not my go-to. It's not my preference, and it smells like Fruit Loops. So again, it doesn't smell bad. I just don't want to be smelling this all the time on my face. And the formula itself is nice. I just prefer others. So I will be decluttering this one. This isn't a declutter, but I do know that I did have a few primers that I wanted to get rid of. Now it's time to organize. I don't even know how to go about organizing these, so I'm gonna put my NYX ones back here. I have the Plump Right Back and the Marshmallow Primer. I love the packaging of these and I love how cute they look together. So those can stay together. I have these little droppers. I have the Rose Glow hydrating droppers from Revlon, and then the Wet n Wild primer serum, the Prime Focus primer serum. These are pretty similar as well, so I'm trying to figure out where to put those. Alright, so here is the organization for my drugstore primer drawer. The only primer that didn't fit in here is my Juno & Co., which this isn't even drugstore. I don't even know, like, where. I would consider this probably more in the high-end section. Not that it's high-end, but it's like 30 something, I think. So definitely not drugstore, but this doesn't fit in any of these organizers. So this is just going to have to stay on my filming table, which is fine, but I still wanted to include it here. So yeah, this drawer is definitely packed a little bit tighter than the previous one, but I do want to walk you through my drugstore primers and how I organized them. So over here I have my Milani primers, same type of packaging. I love these Milani primers. I have the hydrating, the illuminating, and then this one is the dewy primer, and it has like ginseng and citrus extract in it. I have this little hard candy cooling stick, hydrating and cooling stick type thing. I haven't ever used it, so I don't know that I will keep it, but that's the only kind of awkwardly placed item. It didn't really fit anywhere else, but it fits perfectly sideways, so I have that there. Again, the two NYX ones plus this e.l.f. one back here. Over here I have some blue and green and purple type primers, Rimmel, Catrice, and e.l.f. I have pink here. We have Wet n Wild, Revlon. I have all of my e.l.f. putty primers here, along with this one from Physicians Formula. I have the 2 minis, but I have the luminous and the matte in minis. I have the butter primer stuff from Physicians Formula, the original putty primer, the acne putty primer, the Dunkin' one, and the cookies and cream one. These all fit actually in here very snugly. I had them in here initially and they were a little bit looser, so I guess these aren't the same exact size, but they look like it. Over here I have my Morphe primers. I have my hard candy. I love these. We have the hydrating and the long wear one. I have another e.l.f. one here, and then I have my little e.l.f. Holy Hydration face cream there. So things fit in here perfectly. I don't think that I could add a single primer to this drawer until I get rid of some, but I'm really happy with how the organization turned out. I love the way these drawers look. They look so nice and aesthetically pleasing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll give you one more little overview while I hold the camera, and then that's gonna be it. I'm planning to have my drawers organized by application order, at least somewhat. So my primer drawers are up top. So this first one here is my high-end primer drawer. Again, there's lots of space in here. I could like shove and pack all of them into one drawer if I took the organizer out, but that's not what I want. I want it to be organized and satisfying and pretty to look at. So love the way that this drawer looks. I think that turned out really well. And then we have my drugstore drawer, which again looks so much more full compared to the high-end one, but I really just need to start using these and making it a point to test out these primers on certain days. And if I don't love the way my makeup looks, I get rid of it. If it's okay, I don't love the smell, like whatever, like I need to start getting rid of these. This is my job, so I do have a lot, and I know that I do. I know that I have too many, but it's nice to have variety, and I already have these, and I haven't been buying makeup recently, or at least not a significant amount at all. I couldn't tell you the last time I bought makeup. Probably this, I don't even know, the spring Sephora sale, I guess, a few months ago, which is crazy for me. I used to buy makeup like every single week, but those are all of my primers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you did. I love you all so, so much. Next we will do concealers. No. Next we'll do, I don't know what we'll do next. We'll do something next. Probably concealers, because that's what I have next. Here are my concealers. Very empty drawer, so maybe we can combine something. I don't know. We'll see, but that's gonna be it. I love you all so, so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.